Hello students, today I'm going to show you how to get to Gale in Context Middle School, which is a research database that has tons of articles that have been previously viewed and are credible, and we'll show you how to do it. It's perfect for research. So right here under Mac and VIA, it's in black and it has the rainbow propeller. Again, you can also type it in here. Once you're there, it will come up. So you'll find Indian Middle School on the top left. You'll find your name or your last name right there. Here's your backpack where you can find all kinds of, if you have checked out any books, if there's any class sets or anything like that. So here I will go to databases. And again, I'm looking for Gale in Context Middle School, which is right there. But if you can't find it for any reason, you can always type in part of it, like middle or Gale or something like that, and find it a little quicker. So again, that's Gale in Context Middle School, right there. Okay, so here's the Gale in Context Middle School database, and again, all these articles and this information has been previously approved by somebody, so they are very credible. You can browse topics, you can look for title lists, you can look for your search history if you've already found some articles that you want to use. And there's different topics right here, social issues. There's over 529 main topics, but there's a lot more than that. So right here, let's say this time I'm gonna look for knighthood or knight history. And again, as you can tell, it will give me some suggestions. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like that. Every article is full text, which is why this is there. And for example, right there, I only got 6 magazine articles. So if I'm interested in a little bit more than that, or I can't find what I need, I can change the search terms, the keywords. So I'm gonna go ahead and instead look for knighthood. Okay, so here's all the content types right here: reference articles, biographies, images, audio, primary sources, newspaper articles, and magazine articles. Sometimes they give you videos as well. Notice that under reference, there are 3 that are showing, but there's 41 right there, 41 results total. So if I want all 41, I can click here. Okay, so here's the titles of the articles, and it tells me what date they were published, at least the year. So here's 2013, here's 2018, 2012, and depending on what I'm looking for, the date won't matter. For example, history doesn't change all that much, especially if it's about night. But it also gives me the length of the article and the Lexile level. Anything under 1,000 or under 1,100 is readable to you guys. If it's too high, like 1430, that's a little too high. That's more college level. But anything around 1,100 or less is definitely readable. So I'm gonna go to this one because that's modern day. I don't want modern day. Okay, so here's some knights were medieval soldiers sworn to a feudal lord. They were known for their extensive training on horseback, high quality armor, and weapons, and a code conduct known as chivalry. So this is already pretty interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and select it. What this particular database has that is special is that you can take notes, you can highlight them, whatever color you want, and you can say you definition of or more like night behavior. Please note that for yourself, so you don't have to be extremely accurate here. You can also, so let's say I want more fast facts. Here's another one. The title of night persisted as a national honor after the military use of knights ended. Okay, in France, knights were called chevaliers, which is where cavaliers comes from. Okay, so let's say I want to use something else. Okay, so therefore, obviously, anytime you're doing research, you're gonna have to read through it. If you're not sure, if English is not your primary language, you can always translate the article to another language. And if it's too big, if the font's too big or too small, you can change the font right here. It will also read it to you. You can listen to it and it will read to you.
Knights. Knights were medieval soldiers sworn to a feudal lord.
Okay? All right. So here, you can send it to your Google Drive directly right here. You can also do it up here, by the way. So either way, send it here or send it here. You're gonna email it to yourself, download it, or print it. And the same thing here, download, print. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it directly to my Google Drive. There it is. If I just open up Drive, and under my drive, I will find it under the folder that is called Gale in Context Middle. Notice there's another one called Opposing Viewpoints, but that's a different database, so it's going to be this one. And when you open that up, it's taking a little bit of time, but it should have the article within it. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, so here's nights right there. So obviously, that's what I just did. And if you open it up, you'll see that it saved all your highlighted notes. This is important because it can save you time. If you've already read through it once and you've already identified through highlight, which is what information you're gonna use, then you don't have to reread the entire article. You can just do the highlighted portions. Notice that the entire article was saved onto your Google Drive. This is in my drive, and it became a Google Doc. And even the table of contents transferred over. Here is at the very bottom of the paper is the citation. So I can just copy and paste this to my works cited page or my citation page. And that will go to the bibliography, my works cited page. Notice that also at the very bottom, the highlighted text is there that I did, including the notes that I wrote, like I said, night behavior. So everything again, if you just want to, instead of rereading the entire article again, you can just look at what notes you took and what highlights you took. Okay, so there's other related subjects to explore: feudalism, chivalry, knights. So I'm going to go ahead and click on one of those to find more information on what I'm looking for. Okay, there you go. Knight's training. That'll be perfect. Okay. There's Gale in context, middle school level.